Fucking A,
Alrighty.
man.
Here's a
That's
video
been building.
by AI Telly. It's a nice little recreation of the operation to capture Maduro. It's pretty good. I saw Nico Ortiz respond to this.
How do you capture a high-value target when the whole world is watching? You create a masterclass in deception. The CIA set the stage with a single building as bait and filled the sky with 150 aircraft to create a deafening sonic shield for the helicopters to drop Delta forces. F-35s lit up the perimeter, turning night into day. By the time the dust settled, the helicopters had already touched down and Maduro was gone.
Are you telling me they used a bunch of F-35s to make a whole bunch of noise so they wouldn't hear the helicopters?
We use 1980s tech. Okay, we didn't even use current generation tech to take him.
F-35s are current gen. That's your 5th gen fighter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We'll also look at how the U.S. uses the F-35 jets in its Navy to launch a large-scale attack, all in the video ahead. In the dead of night that is 2 in the morning, the lights went out in Caracas. By 5 a.m., the president of Venezuela was gone. But how U.S. played a deception game. While the whole world were focused on the aircraft carriers in the Caribbean, a shadow war was being fought on the ground. This wasn't an invasion, it was a surgical extraction. We finally have the declassified timeline of how U.S. forces breached the heart of Caracas and extracted Nicolas Maduro. Let's start with step 1. The setup. This didn't happen overnight. For months, the U.S. had been tightening a naval quarantine around Venezuela. The U.S. Gerald R. Ford Carrier Strike Group and the U.S. Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group were parked off the coast. The pretext was clear. The U.S. designated the Venezuelan government a narco-terrorist state, specifically targeting the drugs lords. But while the Navy squeezed the coast, intelligence assets were tracking one man. They waited for a specific window, a moment where Maduro was stationary and vulnerable. Step 2, the strike. It began at exactly 2 in the morning Venezuelan Standard Time. High above, several F-35 stealth fighters punch a hole through the enemy lines, destabilizing their anti-air defenses. Like these Russian...
Bruh. They took out all of the AA like you were playing a carnival game.
300 missiles located all over the strategic high-value target. With the skies cleared, the path opens for Delta Force helicopters to fly straight towards the mission. Here comes...
And I'm gonna steal this from Nico Ortiz. Fast is smooth, and smooth is fast, and fast as fuck, boy.
The deception as the helicopters flew.
Yes.
That's Delta Force for you.
Oh, yeah.
The jets started firing with more strikes as it hit Fort Tuna, the main military base and command center, and La Carlota Air Base, destabilizing Venezuelan air support. Reports from the ground describe widespread explosions and a sudden communications blackout. The chaos wasn't the goal, it was the cover. But how did the raid happen? We have to look at step 3. Under the cover of darkness and chaos, the Tier 1 operators went to work. But what is the exact unit tasked with the mission? It is the Delta Force, one of the most elite secretive special forces units in the U.S. military. Witnesses in Caracas reported low-flying aircraft skimming the rooftops, flying well below radar coverage. The team breached a secure compound believed to be a safe house within the massive fort.
They landed on the ceiling or the roof.
Tuna
That
complex.
doesn't surprise me.
Resistance from the Venezuelan Presidential Guard was swift but ultimately futile. As the
Useless. Maybe Cuba should look into some more training.
helicopters lay cover fire.
So
The operators moved with surgical speed.
Go ahead.
fun fact, I live about 3 hours from Wright-Patterson Air Base.
Mm-hmm.
So our airspace, and we also have another, the Air National Guard, 30 minutes the other way.
Yeah.
So our airspace is used for testing for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So they have been practicing for this for a while.
Oh yeah.
Because they have been running not just out there, but they have been running test flights since May, and it just stopped at the beginning of December. Now, usually when they stop doing test runs here, is when they're moving down to
Yeah.
do test runs down or wherever they're going for a mission. And I've learned to clock that. But I also get to see a lot of the new generation stuff that's coming out for the Air Force.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I did not see anything that has recently been flying overhead in this mission. And I'm talking really, really new generation stuff.
Yeah, I mean that goes to the point that I made earlier with Congress saying, "Oh, we were never informed."
Bullshit. They had to be.
Bullshit. They've been training this and rehearsing this 4 months now, and
If not longer.
no, 4 months, like not 4
Yeah.
months, but 4 months.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
And so Congress knew about this. They didn't know when it was going to happen, maybe, but the test run or the training and the flyover is really ramped up. Probably be at the start of October, I want to say. Mm-hmm.
That's when they really started ramping up, and they were pretty ramped up for about October to November. And we were getting like, if you sat outside long enough, you were seeing fighter jets like almost practicing dog fights, and then coming together and almost playing chicken, and then sideswipe each other and doing. I mean, they were actively practicing what I would consider air show moves. But they're not just air show moves; they are actual combat moves.
Combat maneuvers, yeah.
And it was beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. It really is.
Unless you're El Presidente.
Yeah,
landing on multiple points. But how exactly the capture and extraction happened? For this, let's look at step 4. Specialized helicopters hovered over the objective to insert the assault team. While dozens of attack helicopters laid down suppression fire, the Delta Special Forces descended and started the search for the high-value targets. How did they find him? Simple. The CIA had planted spy inside Nicol's Maduro close circle. While back in the US, Delta Force built an exact replica of his safe house, rehearsing the raid until they could do it blindfolded. While operating
Intelligence and reconnaissance is what got this mission to go so smoothly. And I'm sorry. This was they need to rename this to Operation Yoink. 45 minutes with 15 minutes of it being actually on the ground. I think they had gone in and out in under 5 minutes. The whole operation itself took 3 hours, with the majority of it lasting 45 minutes. Like I said earlier, they got El Presidente faster than I could order Venezuelan food and have it delivered to me with DoorDash.
Exactly.
That's wild. Like,
honestly,
like let's put the politics of it aside for a second. That really should make everybody feel proud to be an American.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no obviously this is a contentious thing and everybody wants to have their big dick moment, but this was freaking fantastic. And I know we've kind of gotten comfortable under Trump with seeing these superstar missions happen, whether it be the bombing of Iran and how flawlessly that went off, or all the missions he's run, or he hasn't run them, but he's allowed the military to do what they do best, and it shows.
Now he has helped a few of the generals that have worked with him in the past have come out and said that when they were planning things with him, they honestly could not believe that he never had any officer or military training, because they were all on the same wavelength. Now here's my other thing. I completely, this is what tells me when they try to say that the withdrawal from Afghanistan was Trump, was the one that Biden did was The same as what Trump wanted, just from a different airport. Absolute bullshit. Because if they had followed Trump's actual plan to pull us out of Afghanistan, it would not have turned into what it did. It's proven by the last 2 missions.
It would have been a misdirection, and they would have just gotten out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how everything Trump does, or every mission I've noticed that Trump is overseeing, he gives the military the latitude to basically use all of their resources for whatever they want to use it for, and they just go off without a hitch. So you have a misdirection, and like
he might make suggestions.
Yeah, but he gives them their latitude to do what they want to do, and it shows by this mission. But I'm gonna keep going.
Breached the room so fast, his security could not even react to the situation as the sound of flash grenades disoriented the security guard. Using blowtorch, they caught him before he could even lock all the doors.
They're so fast. My guy couldn't even click the door.
Maduro's shock and awe froze him as Delta Force reached the compound. Nicholas Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, were physically secured.
They were yeeted into the helicopter.
This wasn't a negotiation. They were detained and immediately moved to the extraction point. These aircraft are capable of performing urban extractions from buildings and refueling in midair. Within minutes, they were airborne, leaving Venezuelan airspace and heading to a secure floating staging base in the Caribbean. This Operation Southern Spear has changed the geopolitical map of South America overnight. But wait before after the extractions, there were reports of F-35 jets also leading the tip of the spear for the attack. We'll look how the United States used F-35 jets instead of F-16s for operations in Venezuela, because this is a well-organized and militarized Venezuela has positioned advanced Russian S-300 missile systems, Chinese radar networks, integrated Russian air defenses, and Shahed drones along its borders.
Yeah, we really embarrassed the shit out of them.
Hey, China, take note. Russia, take note. Iran, whatever, however you say that in Arabic.
This creates a highly lethal and challenging environment that older S-16s would struggle to survive.
Iran
As stated, around 150 aircrafts and a massive 8 U.S. destroyers were stationed there.
150 aircraft and 8 destroyers.
It also has 3 amphibious aircraft carrier and surveillance plane to turn it into a massive command and control juggernaut capable of overcoming a modern military's air defenses. Signals a readiness to counter Venezuela's entire air defense network if necessary. But why Venezuela Air Force failed to intercept? As of 2025, Venezuela's fighter jet fleet consists mainly of approximately 21 Sukhoi Su-30 multirole fighters delivered by Russia between 2006 and 2008. Which now form the backbone of their combat air power. Additionally, they maintain about 5 operational S-16 Fighting Falcons from an older batch, including 3 single-seat S-16As and 2 two-seat S-16Vs. These S-16s are aging and suffer from limited maintenance and part support due to U.S. sanctions, although they have been supplemented with Israeli upgrades. Venezuela acquired its S-16 jets from the United States through a foreign military sales agreement called Peace Delta in May 1982, during a period of good diplomatic and military relations. They were the first Latin American country to receive the S-16, with deliveries occurring between 1983 and 1985. The reason the U.S. does not use S-16s in current operations is because these jets lack the stealth capabilities necessary to evade the S-300 and other integrated defenses. The advanced S-300V or Anti-2500 systems, supported by dense Chinese and Russian radar, can easily detect and target older aircraft at long ranges. Sending F-16s into such an environment would result in high attrition risks as they are vulnerable to radar detection and missile engagement. Not to forget the Russian Buk air defense system that can take out an S-16 with ease. These are cheap R-15 or 24 Buk systems are already active and mobile all over the country. Additionally, S-16s are less effective in contested airspace saturated with drones, especially the Iranian Shahed drones used by Venezuela for reconnaissance and kamikaze strikes. The F-35, however, offers crucial advantages. Its stealth design enables it to fly undetected or with much lower risk, making it effective against advanced surface-to-air missiles and network radar systems. Its sensor fusion, electronic warfare, and data link capabilities allow it to simultaneously suppress and target mobile and fixed air defense positions, adapting rapidly to counter Russian and Chinese radar configurations. While the aircrafts took out the anti-air defenses Venezuelan military as a whole, this allowed the CIA and special forces to advance towards its target. The overwhelming presence of advanced Russian, Chinese, Iranian, and indigenous air defense and drone systems on the Venezuelan border means that the stealth fighter jets, or the first wave of attack, provide both the survivability and strike capability required for such operations. But how do they rotate clockwise? Well, the distance from Puerto Rico to Venezuela is about 1,300 kilometers. This is roughly 810 miles, which translates to around 1.5 hours of flight time for an F-35 flying at high subsonic speeds. These jets rotate.
Wait, does this mean that the F-35 is actually like running missions now and not just sitting as a lawn ornament?
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice.
Rotated clockwise as its combat radius is approximately 770 miles, meaning it can reach most of Venezuela from Puerto Rico with careful fuel management and limited loitering. To extend mission time and reach deeper inland, air-to-air refueling tankers deployed strategically in the Caribbean region support these operations. In situations requiring strikes within minutes, U.S. amphibious assault ships equipped with F-35Bs can launch jets rapidly. From such ships positioned in the Caribbean, F-35Bs can reach Venezuelan targets within roughly 15 to 10 minutes, depending on speed and route. Targets typically include narco-traffickers' networks, air defense installations, command centers, and drone facilities, enabling flexible sea-based strike options against both Venezuelan military and criminal infrastructure. In essence, the F-35 deployment by the U.S. near Venezuela redefines military capabilities in the region. It combines stealth, advanced sensors, electronic warfare, and networked operations to overcome sophisticated air defenses and maintain persistent air superiority and rapid strikeability against a broad spectrum of targets.
So a whole bunch of words to say, we stole El Presidente.
Got away with it, and we're out of there faster than faster than a sneeze.
All right. Now that we got that out of our systems, let's go look at the video you sent into the group chat from Nux.
Oh no.
All right, let's get into
Which one?
This one.
Denmark request a meeting with Marco Rubio. That's right, Greenland is ours now. And that's how it works. I'm sorry. I know that a lot of people are going to be mad about this, but we need Greenland. We need it for three major reasons. Reason number one, we need Greenland because it has rare minerals that would be very useful to us. Greenland number two, the second major reason is because geopolitically it's very important. It's in an important region, all right? It's near Chinese and Russian waters. For our national security, we need Greenland. And for the third reason why we need Greenland is because it would be really freaking cool to send in Delta Force and take over an extra land, make them part of the America Imperium, all right? It'll be great. We could rename it to Orange Land after Trump. I'm totally fine with that. We were promised Greenland 3,000 years ago, and we want it. That is all part of reason three, all right? It's very important. We want Greenland, and therefore it's ours now. I don't make the rules. It's just ours because we're stronger, and you can't say anything, actually. Like, literally, what are they going to do? They're going to fucking ride sled dogs? They're going to throw snowballs at us? Holy shit, wake up. International law is fake and gay.
International law means absolutely nothing when pixels start disappearing from the sky.
4,276. It's going to be amazing. Lock in, everybody. It's time for an episode of the American Empire. So I have to show you all the lore here. So it all started with Donald Trump on the plane.
It's canon.
And they're asking him about Greenland. And ever since he kidnapped Maduro, he stole the illegitimate ruler of Venezuela. He literally stole the president of another country. All of a sudden, it's like, wow. This guy could literally just do things, and we really can't do anything about it. Actually,
yeah. What are they gonna do? What is anybody gonna do about it?
Exactly.
Womp womp.
He yoinked the president from somewhere else. He captured an El Presidente. He added it to his collection.
He added the president to his collection. Why? Why?
I swear, Nux has got to be ADHD. He's got to be.
Bro, the man's on meth or something.
No, I would say the same, but I listened to him enough. No, that's just him.
So now Trump, when he says that we're taking Greenland, it's going to happen.
I will say this about Greenland. We need Greenland.
You heard it here first. We need it. It's ours.
Yep.
We need
From a
it.
national security
We need it.
situation. It's so strategic.
That's
Right
just
now,
need it.
Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the.
On a serious note, yeah, they should not be. You notice how everywhere around America is covered with Russian and Chinese ships right now?
Yep.
What does that tell
Alaska.
you? What does that tell you?
They're staging.
Yeah. So we need Greenland.
They are
We
staging.
need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And Denmark is not going to be able to do it, I can tell you. You know what Denmark did?
What are they going to do about it? What are they going to do? They're going to condemn us? Are they going to write tweets, maybe? I don't know, man. Are they going to write tweets at us? I'm not certain. What are they going to do? What are they going to try to say? Are they going to say, we condemn Orange Man? Sorry, bro. You have no power here. You bank at our mercy.
To boost up.
Why not just cooperate with Denmark? Dude, we would love to cooperate with Denmark, but it must involve them giving Greenland.
We're willing to do anything you want as long as you give us Greenland.
Exactly.
You misunderstand something very, very pivotal here. We are all for all forms of cooperation with Denmark as long as the conclusion is we own Greenland. If they don't agree with that conclusion, well, then they're not cooperating with us, the people that actually make the rules. What are they going to do? Call the international law police? Please, dude.
Security in Greenland, they added one more dog sled.
Did you hear this, man? Oh my God. Our tanks, their dog sled.
Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. They added a dog sled. I can't with this guy.
It's our Navy SEALs and their Navy
Navy
rides
rides
on
SEALs.
SEALs.
It's true. They thought that was a great move.
What would the justification be for a claim to Greenland?
What would the justification be? Rules are for losers. We have guns.
Jesus Christ.
Like I said, I may not agree with everything he says, but damn if I do not love the way he presents it.
We have Navy SEALs. Their Navy rides on SEAls. Jesus Christ.
Idiot. I'm
And
sorry,
he
man. I'm
has
enjoying
no
myself
give a
way
fuck.
too much here. I'm not giving any opinions of my own.
You think?
I'm just enjoying. I'm just enjoying the movie. All right.
Oh, I don't want to talk about Greenland now. I just say
What would the justification be?
this. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And the European Union needs us to have it. And they know that.
That's right, baby.
They need us to have it. I mean, so on that note, he's not wrong. So
No, he's not.
they can't defend it because they can barely afford to be in NATO. I personally think if Trump were a negotiating man, which he is, I think we should get Greenland just as payment. We can settle everything and say, you know what? All the funding for NATO, all of the war in
We're
Ukraine,
square.
we're square. Call it even.
And he has said that. He said that he said just the other day during his last press conference that he did when Greenland was brought up, he said that Greenland would be fair compensation for what we are owed by both Greenland and Denmark and NATO altogether.
So I'm not
That
far
would
off.
cover it.
He should.
No, you're not.
they should absolutely give us Greenland because
Yeah.
I mean
it's already part of the Americas.
It's
already
not,
connected to us.
It's not like we want to like make it the 51st state. It
No.
would be Puerto Rico. They would get representation the same way. I think that's completely fair.
And in all honesty, they would have a lot more. They would have a lot more under us than they currently do under Denmark, and they don't realize that.
Oh my goodness.
We need Greenland, and they need us to have it, and they're gay. They're cowardly, they're cucked, they're gay,
Bro.
They're importing people, their countries are shitholes. You know what? If they piss me off, what are they going to do when I decide to start kidnapping European presidents?
No! No!
What are they going to do? 88 minutes, I can have Keir Starmer in my basement.
Oh my god. Yes. I mean, no, stop. No, bad.
In 88 minutes, dude, it was necessary. We liberated another dictator. No kings, they said. I arrested him. He's a bitch. We don't like him. Dude, you don't understand, bro. I'm so happy that this hyper lib cucked neoliberal order of people thinking that we need to just self-flagellate ourselves while we're getting taken advantage of by third world retards and dictators, when the reality is actually we could just do things.
Exactly. And that's what I've been saying. We can just do things. Why don't we do the things we can do to better our own self-interest?
Exactly. We're a superpower. We need to act like it.
Turns out the people of the United Kingdom will be liberated from fascist dictator Keir Starmer, queer Keir, we call him. He's gay. All right. So anyway, Trump keeps going. This is happening, by the way. Like the meetings are actually happening right now. Greenland and Denmark are doing meetings.
Funny enough, the other night the Pentagon pizza tracker went way up.
Yep.
So
things with Marco Rubio. Like you don't understand. This is happening. We are acquiring the hemisphere, whether they like it or not. And all of the Mexicans are going to be liberated as well. When I say Mexicans, I mean everyone south of the United States border. Everyone south of the United States border is Mexican. Everyone in South America, they're just South American Mexicans.
Bruh.
And they will soon be liberated.
We need Greenland for national security, not for minerals. We have so many sites for
It's not for the money.
minerals and oil and everything. We have more oil than any other country.
We didn't even.
Especially after we stole Venezuela.
Need Venezuela's oil.
Yeah.
We just wanted Venezuela to not be giving oil to China. Because fuck China. I don't like them. We liberated Venezuela. We kidnapped an El Presidente. Their oil is no longer going to those retards on the other area. Fuck them. They're gay. Vladimir is no longer getting oil from Venezuela. Did you know that Putin is gay in Spanish?
We need Greenland.
On a different note, this will give Trump a lot more negotiating power to end the war in Ukraine, because now they're going to get oil for their military, and Putin's going to be in a rock and a hard place here soon. And all of the comments that everybody's been making about how Trump's being soft on Putin and all this fun, he is strategically tearing down all of the systems that Putin is relying on to keep this war going. And Venezuela was a bigger piece than people realize.
And the other thing is what people don't realize is that the uprising that's happening in Iran, the crown prince that's been in who was ousted originally, he is currently he is in talks with Israel and the USA to be reinstated, because that's who the people that are uprising want back in power. And right now, Israel's has been protecting the protesters through video, through the press. They've been, especially the women, they've been blurring out their faces because actual feminine liberation, they're going out there, they're dancing in public, they're taking off their hijabs, That is true female empowerment right there.
That's
And
patriarchy. There is what that is.
that's and here's the thing is what people also don't realize is in Iran currently what those women are doing are a death sentence.
Yeah. Like I don't know if I can find the video, but there was a video of like Iran in the 70s and in the 80s.
Yeah.
It looked like the West until the until the Ayatollah got in. Like women did not have hijabs unless they wanted to wear one because of their religion. It looked like a Western country. So
here's the other interesting little factoid. If the crown prince gets reinstated, that means Iran has the opportunity to become the Middle Eastern superpower.
yeah,
And if they become our allies, like both the crown prince and I'm sure Trump wants, now we have a growing superpower that we are promoting and helping and is now
we're not controlling, we're friends with them.
Yes. I didn't say controlling. Did I say controlling?
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm making that distinction.
Oh yeah, no, this is not a type of control. This is a friend. This is an ally. This is someone we're giving a helping hand to. We don't want to control them. We want to grow them along with us.
We just want people to be nice to us because we're nice to everybody, unless you're Maduro.
Yeah.
And if you
America first, we're taking your country.
take a look at Greenland, you look up and down the coast, you have Russian and Chinese ships all over the place.
That's right. That's right. The Orokai is at the gates. All right. They're calling Gondor for aid. Whether they like it or not,
We need Greenland. The other country.
Gondor is on its way. Oh my God. Putin should have been nicer to Trump because now we're just conquering the world instead or something. But no, I thought you don't like war. Of course I don't like war. We need Greenland though. Well, it's not my fault. Greenland should just give themselves to us.
Bruh. I can't even react to this. My reaction is just pure laughter.
I know.
My opinion is it's in Greenland's best interest if they just said, you know what, America, you can fuck us wherever you want. I think that would be better. I don't want war. I would prefer they just give themselves to us willingly. Unfortunately, we need Greenland, though, I guess, or something. So anyway, now a lot of people on the left are like, wow, Trump is being all imperial or something. Trump is being super imperial. He's being imperial the way he's just kidnapped a dictator. Now,
Well, wait. It's not imperialistic to arrest somebody for crimes.
let me give you some lore here. This dictator lost his election. He was illegitimately the ruler. He was
According to 50 countries.
oppressing the people. He was killing tens of thousands of his own citizens. He had a bounty
And they were starving.
on his head for $50 million.
That's a lot of money.
And
Yeah.
Trump collected the bounty.
Yes, he did.
Technically, we didn't even spend money on this mission. This mission paid for itself.
That's what I'm saying, right?
What, you want us to put bounty on people and just not take them? This is
Thank you.
the Don
Who put the
Rowe
original
doctrine,
bounty on him?
ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Who put the original bounty on Maduro?
I mean, we don't talk about that.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
bullshit. I'll say it. Biden and Kamala.
Oh man, you weren't supposed to say that. Oh no.
Where?
The whole liberal narrative is falling apart before our eyes.
This is the United Planet of America.
Oh crap. I might get kicked because my phone's at 1%. I'm gonna try and switch the cords real quick.
Okay.
United Continents of A, we call it. That's what we call it here. It's all us. You just don't know it yet. So anyway, CNN is very excited to show how literally everyone is so mad at Trump right now because, Trump kidnapped a dictator, and obviously everyone hates him now. Like, you look at Twitter, everyone's protesting. No, Trump, I can't believe you'd violate the national sovereignty of a nation that was occupied by a dictator, warlord, pedophile. To be fair, I don't know if he was a pedophile, but I don't like him at all. All right, so hot take. I don't know if this one's a pedophile, but I know he's friends with pedophiles in Iran, where they marry children, which is currently being overthrown as well, which is pretty great. So anyway, CNN releases the numbers because this is really hitting Trump very hard. He's getting a lot of backlash for all of this. So I think it's important to note that Trump has never been in a more dire place than literally right now.
About
Wait
what the
for
president's
it.
done in Venezuela?
Let me be very clear. There is no rift in the Republican Party.
That's right. Everyone is against it.
Yes, there are some folks like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey who are quite skeptical of this. They are very much in the minority. What are we talking
minority?
about here? Well, why don't we?
What do you? When I said
fuck?
against it, I lied. They're actually for it.
Just talk the GOP on the U.S. military ousting Maduro. Ipsos, 65% support, 6% opposed.
Oh, beautiful.
How about the Washington Post poll? 74% support,
No.
just 10% opposed.
Guys, literally almost unanimous. Okay, you don't understand. This is the most literally beloved military action in the history of our country.
Right.
Look, among 2024 Trump supporters, we're talking about 80% support. The vast majority of Republicans are with Donald Trump on this issue.
That's it, boys.
Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene are very much in the minority.
That's why I think that they're cringe. They're literally just constantly shitting on Trump because that's become their entire personality.
Because they're losing relevancy because Trump doesn't like them anymore because they're backstabbing bitches.
Very few Republicans are with him.
You say they're with him on this issue. Do you even need those words, this issue?
No, I don't need the words "this issue."
Why not?
The bottom line is this: Donald Trump has had an iron grip on that Republican base for a long period of time. It is the same iron grip that he had 6 months ago. I know every so often people are saying, "Oh, I spot these little rifts in the Republican base. Oh, you know, they're finally starting to break. They're starting to break from Donald Trump." It ain't happening, at least when it comes to the approval rating. Look at this: 84% 6 months ago, 85% now.
Now, I know a lot of you probably don't know this, but 85 is actually more than 84. I don't think you are realizing the level of W. All right, big dick doctrine is coming in clutch.
You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know 85% and 84% are basically the same number. 85%
Bigger.
1 point higher.
There it is. So this is CNN literally just releasing the information. Like this dude's awesome. This dude's amazing because he's like a CNN guy. He's obviously not like pro-Trump, but he can't help but just laugh at the fact that Trump is absolutely dominating right here. Like, you don't understand. He's kidnapping El Presidentes, and
his
everyone
approval
loves
ratings
it,
are going up.
because it turns out America being the most powerful country in the world, we should act like it. All right, this is the nuclear take. The nuclear take is we are the most powerful country, and we're just going to act like the most powerful country, actually. And I'm really glad that we have people like Rubio, who has been unfathomably based. He goes on NBC News, and they just try their absolute best to troll him. No, actually, it's illegal to kidnap Presidente.
Let me ask you about oil. The president says the U.S. is taking over the oil.
Yeah, this is what we call a colossal W. All right, I want to explain to you how this works. We liberated Venezuela. The people of Venezuela are happy. We captured a wanted terrorist, a criminal, a drug trafficker, a narco terrorist bitch.
Do you know how hard it is to capture somebody alive like that?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. That shit's hard.
We also
real
stopped
quick.
the flow of illegal.
What's up?
If I do get kicked, it'll take probably about 10 minutes for me to get back on.
Oh,
So-
no worry. We got 51 minutes and 2 seconds of this meth addicted freaking herbal.
illegal drugs into our country. We stopped the flow of illegal terrorists and gangbangers into
Squirrel.
our country, and we also took control of $17 trillion of oil. We also
Now that's not as good as it sounds, but more on that later.
stopped $17 trillion of oil, which, by the way, fun fact, is around 50% of China's oil. All right, 50% of China's oil stopped through this action. China wants to go to war with Taiwan. Well, they're not going to go to war with Taiwan if they have no fucking oil. Pay attention to the geopolitics. All right, this move, all right, this 88-minute war, all right, straight up,
Not a war.
absolutely neutered
No.
China, neutered
But I do
Putin,
agree with it.
gave us trillions of dollars, liberated Venezuela, captured a terrorist, stopped our people from dying. It's literally just a colossal W. But of course, you have absolute retards on the left. No, leave my communist dictator alone. So anyway, this is them saying, oh my God, you're taking oil?
The question is, I guess, if the purpose of the operation was to capture Maduro and bring him to justice, Why does the United States need to take over the Venezuelan oil industry?
I'm really glad you brought this up, lady. So
I'll give you one answer. Because we want it.
Venezuela has all this oil and is doing nothing with it. And also, we're making $17 trillion. And also, we're stopping it from literally flowing into our enemies. Absolute retard bitch. Like, I'm telling you, the media is like this. If you're doing it to kidnap a bad guy, why? Why are you taking the oil? It's like, bro, because we get a free $17 trillion and we stop it from going to our enemies. You're gay and retarded.
Well, we don't need to. First of all, let me go back up. We don't need Venezuela's oil. We have plenty of oil in the United States. What we're not going to allow is for the oil industry in Venezuela to be controlled by adversaries of the United States. You have to understand, why does China need their oil?
That's right.
That's a very, very good question.
Killer, Marco.
Why does China need their oil? Why does Iran need that oil? Huh? Is it possibly so Russia can continue invading Ukraine? Is it possibly so that China can invade Taiwan? Is it possibly so that all of our adversaries can fuck us?
Right?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a geopolitical expert, but seems like a pretty good thing to me.
Iran need their oil.
Yeah, this is going to force Putin to the negotiation table. It's going to force him to the peace table. He cannot.
Trump is trying to give what's his nuts Zelensky cards. He's trying to pass him cards under the table. He's like, hey, use this one.
Exactly.
Like, can I have more money, please?
This is the Western Hemisphere.
He doesn't like them, but he's trying to
allow the Western Hemisphere
save what's left.
He's trying to end a war. That's all he's trying to do. He wants the Nobel Peace Prize. If we give him the Nobel Peace Prize, he'll stop kidnapping El Presidentes.
Of operation for adversaries, competitors, and rivals of the United States.
Have specific oil companies.
We also want to see that
oil
and the proceeds from it. Hold on. We want to see the oil proceeds of that country benefit.
Look at her. Look at that face. Super deep thought right now. Huh? What do you mean, Russia?
The people of Venezuela.
I thought Trump liked Russia. I thought Trump liked Putin.
Why have 8 million people left Venezuela? 8 million, the single largest mass
how'd that
migration
happen?
probably in modern history.
A quarter of the fucking country. A whole quarter of the country said, you know what? Probably better somewhere else. You know what, liberals? Next time you want to talk about no kings and how Donald Trump's so horrible, remember, the only person you had leave was Rosie O'Donnell.
Right.
And Ireland doesn't even want her. I think Ellen's self-deported.
And there was others that left and are now begging to come back.
It's fucking hilarious to me. Oh, I hate this country so much. Bitch, leave. Bye. Stop voting.
They did.
Get out of here.
And there is one lady who moved to South Africa, and she's a black woman. She moved to South Africa, gave up her American citizenship, and within 6 months, around the time that Trump started bringing when Trump brought in the white South African farmers into America, she was trying to come back at that point, and she was told she has to wait. She crashed out over.
She has to immigrate back to America?
Yes, she has to immigrate back to America. And she's crashing out because she's a natural born American, so she should be at the head of the line.
Over a president. She renounced her citizenship over a president.
Yep.
I don't even know this lady. I don't know who this lady is, but if everything you're telling me is true, she can stay there.
I'm gonna have to find her because she's still there and she's still crashing out over it. She can't believe that we let in Africans before a natural born American, even though she gave up her citizenship and she was all about moving to South Africa and how it'd be so much better because it's the land of her ancestors.
How's that working out for you?
Oh, it's not. She's been broken into multiple times.
Bro, she's gonna get all her. She's the American with all the money. She's gonna get all her shit stolen.
Left Venezuela in 2014 because all the wealth of that country was stolen to the benefit of Maduro and his cronies in the regime. But now,
yeah, it didn't go to help the Venezuelan people. It went to go help Chavez. It went to go help Maduro. Also, I think we bombed.
We did. We did.
We bombed
on the way out.
grave.
On the way out.
That's
Nuts has a whole
pissing on someone's grave.
Not to the benefit of people of Venezuela. You know,
Nuts did a whole like 20-minute crash out laugh fest, making fun of how we went and bombed Hugo Chavez's mausoleum, and his
hilarious.
bones are now ash.
8 million migrants is the number
Just
one
because
fear that Brazil has, that Colombia has, that all these countries in the region have about what's happening in Venezuela and our involvement. They're afraid of another mass migration event.
That's right.
That's what they fear. This is deeply destabilizing stuff.
Absolutely.
It's not going to continue.
Give me a few minutes.
And all these the Venezuelan gangbangers and illegal migrants that are in America, a lot of them are here because fuck, that place is a nightmare right now. Well, it was until we took it.
It's not going to come from outside of our hemisphere, destabilize our region in our own backyard, and us have to pay the price for it.
Yeah, literally, why do we have to play this game? Why do we have to play this game? I think you're forgetting something very important here. We have a lot more guns, and our guns are bigger, and they also work. All right? You're forgetting so many details in this entire equation, bitch reporter lady. Now, someone in my chat just asked me, but what if it becomes another Iraq? All right, so I'm just going to make this clear. That was a Dave Smith level room temperature IQ take. Iraq and Venezuela are totally different. Iraq involved us establishing our own government, giving it to people who are literally warring feudal barbarians, okay? All right?
Jesus.
Venezuela is a democracy that was hijacked and captured. Oh.
Not so long ago. That's actually a pretty good point. That's the best defense to that question I've heard this entire time. It's two totally different things.
Okay, literally hijacked and captured by literally a socialist dictator that is overthrowing and overturning elections using force that is being backed by Iran and Cuba and Russia and China. So I'm not going to lie to you. This is an absolute room temperature IQ take. If you think the people in Venezuela that were being oppressed and literally trying to run elections, except they couldn't, all right, on one hand, and on the other hand, and Iraq is an entire different situation that involves tens of thousands of our troops on the ground there.
And thousands of them dying. No one died here. We were in and out faster than you can get through the line at in and out.
So yeah, anyway, I'm really glad we're on the same page. You're retarded. Moving on. No offense, obviously. I'm sure you were just asking in good faith. Stephen Miller, the bald Jew in the White House himself, has also been going...
Stephen Miller, the bald Jew in the White House. Jesus Christ.
Absolutely hog wild. Dude's been going insane. I really prepared a really good video for us today. I decided that my videos are better than other people's videos because...
and now your videos are in my videos. So what does that make? That makes your videos... My videos are your videos squared.
I decided that we're taking over.
I found it, and I found the minute where it starts.
That's what I decided.
Fuck yeah. All right, I'll play that one next. Where is the...
I put it in this comments.
I see it.
My videos are better because I recognize that international law is fake and gay, and we have more guns, and we want Greenland, so therefore it's ours. And if it's not ours yet, then it's inevitable that it'll be ours. It was promised to us 3,000 years ago.
Mexico is Jewish.
You know what? Let's go and watch that one. It's at 14:45. We'll come back.
Yeah, that's when he starts. The his extreme cackling crash out. The best kind of crash out. A good crash out.
All right. Let's share this one instead. Man, I'm getting this StreamYard. Oh, come on. 1440. Let's go to 39.
Insane. That's who left celebrating. Bro, it's crazy. Now, you have to see this. This is, in my opinion, the funniest part of this entire saga. I can confirm that the mausoleum of dictator Hugo Chavez was bombed. His remains were there. It has been left destroyed. All right. So this is the second thing I needed to talk about these Trump strikes. What when I saw this, I was on the floor. You don't understand. I was literally on the floor crying, laughing. All right. My whammon approached me. Are you okay? What is going on? I was literally inconsolably laughing, crying. Okay. So Hugo Chavez was the last socialist dictator of Venezuela. He started this whole bullshit. And he died and he was buried in a mausoleum. And while they went in,
you know, before Hugo Chavez was buried, everybody in Venezuela was forced to go like pay respect to his casket. He had like a clear casket, and he was like put in their I guess
they treated him like he was a saint.
Like
they were forced to treat him like a saint.
Yeah, they had him like perfectly embalmed, and he was just dead, just on display for everybody. Yeah, I remember that. I was young when that happened.
There with the Delta Force. They captured Maduro, the current actual, narco-terrorist dictator. But they bombed his grave. Just like the fuck you. Just as a fuck you, bro. They flew for no reason at all.
Bro, they spent $20 million to turn his bones to dust. Oh my god. If you're watching this live stream later, just promise I'm normally not this crazy. But this is fucking ridiculous. How much?
It's funny.
Oh, just purely for the love of the game. They flew over and they just poof, and they obliterated Hugo Chavez's grave. May he rot in hell. Fucking communist dictator, tortured millions. They just bombed his grave just for the love of the game, and I respect it so much. Probably the funniest order Trump has given. When you go in there and you capture Maduro and his wife, and we charge them for narco trafficking. Wow.
You know what would have made this perfect if he would have flown the helicopter by and like put a sat link up to Trump, and he's like, "Hey, El Presidente, watch this." They just fucking rain hell on the grave. We're gonna do this to you when you're gone. Just remember that.
While you're in there, don't forget to bomb the grave of Hugo Chavez. May he rot in fuck. May he burn in shit. Oh my god, dude. It's insane. Insane motion for Delta Force here. Zero purpose, zero military significance. Pure love of the game. I just love how there was literally no reason to do this aside from giving a middle finger to communist dictators. There was no reason to do this, obviously. It was just
do Kim Jong-il next.
Literally a fuck you.
Right?
Dude, glorious. Absolutely glorious. Zero media leaks. Successful strikes. Completely level primary airbase. Bomb the corpse of Hugo Chavez for fun. Capture Maduro like Batman or something. Oh my god. Do Keir Starmer next? Yeah. Dude, absolute cinema. It is insane watching this, dude. It's absolutely insane watching this. What a crazy day. Absolute cinema. Now, this is the third twist, all right? So,
bruh,
the third twist you got to listen to. This is the best. This is actually really good.
What's hilarious? I think I know where this is going. The Chinese delegates were their worst work trip ever. Awkward.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there were a couple of twists. The third twist of this operation, just in, Chinese officials arrived in Venezuela for talks with President Nicolas Maduro. As you can see, this was posted at 10:29 on January 2nd. All right, so this was done literally 1 hour before they started getting bombed. All right, so this is 1 hour before the bombing starts. Chinese officials arrived in Venezuela saying, "Don't worry, Nicolas Maduro.
Why are they Russian?
Will be the
just wait for it.
Friends, me, okay, together. We will work allies against United States dogs. My name is Ambassador Something Wong, and I can't figure out if something is happening." In my opinion, this was also part of Trump's plan, just as the extra fuck you, because that's Trump, and I love him for it. So anyway, Chinese officials were live in Venezuela for talks with Maduro. Breaking: Chinese officials are apparently caught in the crossfire as they arrive for Venezuela government meetings 4 hours ago. So they're bombing all. Finally, a vacation. What's that sound? Dunnard, you asshole. Oh, no, Dunnard, you asshole. Yeah, finally, a vacation. What's that sound? Anyway, it obviously did not go super well for these guys. Now, this is just footage. Footage of the Chinese. Bro, that's just actual footage of the Chinese caught in the crossfire.
Oh my god!
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh my god! I need to breathe.
Breathing. What's that?
Yeah, bro, it's absolute cinema. It like, bro, dude, I just love the meme, bro.
Marico.
Oh no! Look out! Look out! Look out, everyone! Look out! Bro, it's absolute cinema. I love it so much. Oh my god, it's too good. It's too good. So Trump also decided at the same day as all this, he decides to drop a relatively ominous warning about Mexico.
I wonder, Mr. President, I want to ask you because from your vice president, J.D. Vance, said that the message is pretty clear. The drug trafficking.
You know what? I'll save that for later. I'll show you Trump's coverage of this at the end. You have to see what else is going on. Notice anything about the men in the picture? They're men. Wow, that's crazy. I noticed. Trump had decoupled South America from Russia, Iran, and China. If you fail to see this, you're either paid or don't understand geopolitics. True. True. You don't understand. This is like, dude, when he said golden age, like this is actual golden age level shit. A lot of people, I think, are underestimating exactly how massive of a deal this all is and how big of a W it is for America. I'll show you again. I'll show you this later. Never fear. I'll show you the Trump interview later. It's incredible. It's actually incredible. So anywho, I have to show you some leftoid crash outs. These guys are incredible. Like they're in tears over this. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, Trump's illegal and unprovoked bombing of Venezuela and kidnapping of its president are grave violations of international law and the U.S. Constitution. These are the actions of a rogue state. The American people do not want another regime-change war abroad. What war? War? What do you mean war? War? This is what we call cope. So Rashida Tlaib is a Muslim. I'm so shocked that they're standing firm with Venezuela terrorists. There's no way. So anyway, Rashida, not trying to be Islamophobic or anything. I just noticed that all the Palestinians are crying over Maduro getting captured for some reason. I'm noticing that in Iran, the government is really allied with Maduro or something. Although I could be mistaken. So Trump's illegal, unprovoked bombing. First of all, I want to make this clear. According to international law, it is legal. We have an extradition treaty with Venezuela. All right, we've had an extradition.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we have an extradition treaty with Venezuela.
Oh, so we can. I did not know that. I completely, that slipped my mind. Because I was arguing with someone a few days ago. They're like, we can't do that. They blah, blah, blah. It's a sovereign nation. We have an extradition treaty. Cool.
Yep.
Treaty with Venezuela for 100 years. Maduro has outstanding criminal charges of drug trafficking and owning machine guns and targeting Americans and stuff like that. It is, first of all, completely legal according to international law and U.S. law. I just want to make that clear. All right. I do think so. All right. That's my opinion as a legal retard. And my second opinion is fuck you. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. That's my politics. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib over here supports Hamas, right? You know, the terrorists that jumped over the border in Israel and murdered and massacred 1,200 innocent people and captured 300 as hostages and started the entire Israel-Gaza conflict. That whole conflict started because Hamas decided to jump over the border, murder, and rape innocent people. And she supported those guys. Are you supposed to say that? Is that supposed to be like, is that legal? Like, what are we doing here? Like, literally, what is this? What's happening? It's almost like your politics are pro everyone that's an ally of the Islamic regime and an enemy of America. Shockingly, she was only elected because the Muslim city of Dearborn, Michigan is in her district in Michigan. And they obviously voted for her. So here she is to talk about how America is bad, actually, and how the third world is actually way better than America, and leave my terrorist homies alone. Also, and this is important to mention, Obama dropped 26,000 illegal bombs while he was president. No one bitched about it. Fuck you. Anyway, I'm really glad that my politics are in order, so we can move on. Mehdi Hassan, another radical leftist Muslim, Can't believe it. If Xi Jinping invaded Taiwan right now and toppled the president there, on what grounds would the United States object or have any credibility to say anything? Oh, I'll explain it to you. It's because Maduro is not the actual legal ruler of Venezuela, unlike Taiwan. It's because Taiwan isn't funding a gigantic drug enterprise. They're not a terror network that's literally terrorizing China. And because also, fuck you. I don't give a shit. Did you forget my politics from earlier? I'm so done playing these games.
Look back at Rule 1.
Treating this like it's a normal conversation. You're obviously just radically pro-communism, pro-infinite immigration, pro-China, pro-Islamic terror. I love how, like, these people, they view the world in such a concocted, horrible way, and then they try to shove it down your throats and silence replies. You're not actually able to reply to this tweet, and then shut down replies. They can't even engage with this topic, as if comparing the sovereignty of Taiwan from radical communist China to a dictator that grabbed power, loses elections, but maintains power because he's a narco-terrorist in Venezuela that's literally shipping drugs and killing Americans to America capturing him. How could you even possibly...
They're the same thing. What do you mean?
Compare these two. Only in the leftoid mind of retard bullshit does this make sense. And it's incredible.
Oh, whoops.
Hassan Piker also having a generational crash out. Great day.
A generational crash out.
To be an America First bootlicker who voted for the most Israel First admin that got
so. Oh yeah,
he
and Hassan have a huge thing against each other. Hassan actually has Nexanor's name and the term Blue Voldemort and the something else all blocked from showing up in his chat. Anyone that types in Nexanor into his chat automatically get kicked. He will not say his name. He calls him, the one guy, the slop tube VTuber. Yeah, he will not allow Nexanor's name on his channel whatsoever.
Yeah.
This guy, it's incredible. It's almost like he's...
Well, he electrocutes his dogs, so...
Just a radical Islamist.
True.
But this is... Cuts taxes for the super wealthy. He cut taxes, actually, for the average working class guy. And spends all its money instead on bombing Venezuela. By the way, Hassan is pro-Somali fraud. You have to understand. Hassan doesn't think that Somali fraud is a big deal. They stole $18 billion, allegedly. All right? $18 billion. In my opinion, using the American military to bomb people that are literally poisoning American people is the best, most America First policy.
I'll pay extra taxes this year for it.
You could possibly have.
Holy shit, I just said that. Oh. Trump makes me want to pay more taxes.
Right?
I feel like our boys in green and our boys in blue at the DEA, they need a little bump.
Yeah. I told you, listening to nuts really gets you in a different headspace.
Oil for the super profits of the pedophilic elite. So this is my stance. My stance is all criticisms about the Epstein files is all valid. It's all valid, except I will never hear any criticisms about it by someone that supports Islamic terror organizations of sex slavers and pedophiles.
Or from the Democratic Party that gave no fucks about it over the past.
They're the same thing. To him, they're the same thing.
So if you support Hamas that had literal child sex slaves, or Hezbollah with child sex slaves, or Houthis with child sex slaves, your opinion about the Epstein files really
irrelevant.
Doesn't matter very much to me. So here we have the entire Latin American world celebrating that their terrorist dictator regime, drug lord, was actually toppled in one instant without a single American dying in an instant war that wasn't even a war, where the guy was captured, he was removed,
That was a very, very spicy arrest warrant.
Yeah.
Put in a jail in New York, awaiting trial, absolute cinema, and this dude's crying and coping because we spent money on our military. Bro, we're spending money on our military anyway.
They just got to go do something.
What we have a military for. Like, it's absolutely insane. Gut social programs, but he refuses to deport the illegal aliens that are taking advantage of our social programs. Law of the jungle. The dumbest of us will love this and treat it as a projection of strength. No, the dumbest of us actually are thinking that it's the law of the jungle. The dumbest of us think that the dumbest are loving it and treating it as a projection of strength. In reality, it is a projection of strength. In fact,
go back to awkward Chinese. Go back to Russia. Vladimir Putin. Since when do we give a fuck about what Vladimir fucking Putin says?
Right.
What side are you on? I thought you hated Putin, libtards. Wouldn't Putin be mad? Being mad be a good sign to you?
No, it's because
in reality,
Trump is showing that how he actually feels about Putin by taking Venezuela and we're, kind of backing the protesters in Iran and letting them topple their own government.
Military actions mean a lot more than social justice warriors' words.
It is strength. Because there was like this communist dictator guy that was backed by like China and Russia and Iran, and he was terrorizing America for a while. And he was
Shia LaBeouf clapping in the background.
And then he was like shipping, gangbangers, Venezuelan gangbangers into our country. And now he's gone, and now he's no longer a threat. He was neutralized instantly. So no, that actually is strength. Actually, it turns out, and law of the jungle is law. And when you come down to it, that's how it ends up. Belligerent madman sitting on a throne of a dying empire, lashing out in every direction, pulling the rest of the world into chaos and destruction. Chaos and destruction? Let me know.
Bro, that is the perfect reply.
When you see chaos and destruction, it looks to me like Venezuelan people are literally celebrating this because it's a wonderful day because, their terrorist regime was toppled. What chaos and destruction? I didn't notice any chaos and destruction. I noticed the...
You know when I notice chaos and destruction? Anytime Democrats want to protest about something.
Chaos and destruction, but to someone whose moral worldview is thinking that every terrorist is actually a good guy, so yeah, you get why this pisses you off, because you're pro-terrorist, and Hassan Piker should probably go to jail too, which he probably will at some point. Of course, obviously, the demonstrate your support for Venezuela, demonstrate your support for Palestine. Literally, what is happening here? Trump would become the greatest president of all time if he just decided to denaturalize and deport every communist in America. The communist is pro-Palestine, pro-Venezuela. Like, literally, like the idea.
The shit writes itself. Like, come on.
Ideologies don't even mesh. It's just anti-America. The only actual alliance between the communists and the Islamists is that they hate the West. And that is literally where the communists are, because they want some sort of revolution to overthrow Western civilization.
And the Muslims are all too happy to have it.
It's all the retards that they share food with each other. They spit in each other's mouths. Of course, look at the New York Times. Donald Trump's attack in Venezuela is illegal and unwise. Again, actual retards.
Since when do we care about the New York Times? They haven't gotten a story right since before I was born.
Retards spewing retard shit just because they hate Trump. Imagine hating Trump so much you are spitting in the face of the millions of Latin Americans that are celebrating right now, and also the Americans that lost family members because of drug overdoses because they were being shipped in by these retards. So everyone's favorite political commentary, Harry Pisson, decided to release a tweet. He's just a
Harry Pisson,
a massive Democrat cocksucker. He's not an Islamist, all right? He's not a communist or an Islamist, all right? So I already showed you like Mehdi Hassan and Hassan Piker and Rashida Tlaib. These guys are Islamists. So obviously they're against it because they're pro the Islamic regime take over the Western civilization. This guy is just a libtard retard. I wanted to show you his stance also because it's important to understand that there are multiple factions on the left. There are the Islamists that want the downfall of America. And then there are the actual brainwashed, gay-ass lib shits that they don't want the downfall of America. They're just retarded.
A quick question for Donald Trump and his supporters. What's the plan?
The plan is get the narco-terrorist out of Venezuela and fucking kill him.
It's 5 a.m. on the East Coast right now. Donald Trump just announced that the U.S. military has captured Nicolas Maduro and his wife, the president of Venezuela.
He's actually not really the president of Venezuela because he didn't win any elections. He's a communist dictator of Venezuela backed by narco-terrorists that literally murder any opposition. So that's the first point anyway.
We bombed Venezuela in the middle of the night.
Based. Way better than bombing in the middle of the day.
Focusing on their capital city.
Based. Why the fuck would you bomb random spots if you could just do a little bit of bombing? Right? Bomb Hugo Chavez's grave and capture the
Just a little little bit of bombing.
Yeah, it sounds pretty base.
And I'm just curious, what's the plan?
All right, the
Well, you weren't read in on that, Harry.
plan is take the communist dictator that's torturing the Venezuelan people and flooding drugs into our country and gang members into our country and take him out of power because fuck him.
What are we going to do with Maduro?
We're going to execute him.
Hopefully kill him.
With his wife?
Hopefully jail her.
Where are they going? What's next?
To jail and death.
Hopefully jail.
For Venezuela.
Hopefully they'll actually take the opposition leader that won the last election, but still, even though she won the last election, she wasn't actually put into power because she was up against a narco-terrorist drug lord.
Who should be the president? She should be the president. And he wants to talk about the president of Venezuela. I thought you care about elections, Harry.
That literally kills their opposition. So, we would actually elect the rightful government, the democratically elected government of Venezuela. That's the plan.
You know, there's a massive power vacuum in Venezuela right
No, there's not.
now. And
No, not really. There's actually people...
Bro!
from the original opposition government that is currently conquering
in Norway
office buildings, and hopefully they will actually, assume power as the rightful government of Venezuela, democratically elected.
I can guarantee that there are already bad groups in that country looking to take power. You know,
they can try.
Regime,
but we'll fuck them up because fuck you.
Yeah, and then Trump will bomb them too. So they don't really want to do that because Trump
historically has not worked very well.
Yeah, because we tried to institute United States-backed governments in different countries where the cultures did not mesh. Right? The liberal ideology is that all cultures are actually the same, whereas the Nuxanor ideology is that some cultures are fucking retarded. So when we tried to install an American government in Liberia, for example, that collapsed because we expected the Liberian people, average IQ of 85, to actually come together and hoist up this beautiful American democracy, and obviously that did not work super well for them over there. But the reality is, over here, we're not doing that. We're not doing an American instilled regime. All we're doing is
putting the people that belong in power back in power because the person that's in power now is now in jail.
We're annihilating one really bad fucker, and hopefully the actual elected Venezuelan government, by the people, democratically, hopefully they will actually take power. So that's it. It's not
hopefully
on an American boots.
Hopefully we also
on the ground regime change.
We in the United States,
there were boots on the ground. He can't. The Delta Force was on the ground for all of 5 minutes.
I like to do a regime change by getting rid of one really, really, really bad fucking guy, and then see what happens.
We're doing it again. Donald Trump, the guy who said no more war.
Wasn't a war, it was an arrest.
This isn't a, what do you mean war? This isn't a war. We just arrested a criminal. What do you mean?
Bro. For anybody that's watching this later and for YouTube that thinks that I'm just scamming content, I have not seen this video. Just for the record.
Just captured the president from another country.
He wasn't a crap president. He was a communist dictator.
So I'm just curious what the plan is.
He just explained it to you 3 times.
The plan was arresting a really bad fucking guy that was killing our people.
The defense minister of Venezuela survived.
So what?
Okay.
Survived the attack, had a press conference after saying,
what did they say?
There's going to be retaliation. It's not.
Oh, there is?
Do we really think that's gonna do we really I'll be real here.
We're so not worried about this. We're talking about stealing bobsleds.
The United States of America, the strongest country on the planet. We better fucking act like it.
I'm so worried. Oh no.
Over.
It's over.
To beat the United States.
Look. Wait. I need to run that back.
It's gonna do we really I'll be real here. We're the United States of America, the strongest country on the planet. We better fucking act like it.
Over.
It's over.
To beat the United States.
Not gonna happen.
Look, they're not gonna beat the United States.
Bruh.
So what's next?
We prosecute the warlord and criminal under United States Code, and we put the democratically elected president of Venezuela back in power.
Did they think this?
Hopefully that just works out very nicely, where the opposition leader that was democratically elected actually takes power. If that doesn't work, we might have to annihilate a couple more retards.
Through.
We do have a second strike available to us. Trump already said so.
Let me take that back. I already know the answer. No, they did not.
Right. So I just debunked literally every sentence in his entire TikTok. But that's the left. That's the left. You love them. You love them. They do their thing. So Nick Fuentes tweets USA with a flag.
Wait, what? Nick Fuentes likes this?
Yes.
Just like Nick Fuentes crashes out about Trump every single day about how Trump doesn't do anything, how he says he does things and then he doesn't do them. So it's always funny when I watch him like jump on the hype train for Donald Trump, and then aura with Trump and all the goats, which is true. If this is about Venezuela, then it's an extremely Zionist post.
What? What? Come on, man.
Yes, because Israel hates terrorists and America hates terrorists. So when
it's Zionism! I figured it out! I guess I'm a Zionist as well because I hate terrorists. You're a Zionist too, Tove.
America
yes, I am.
It's actually a pro-Israel move. Dude, these people run defense for Israel constantly without even knowing it. It's incredible, dude. It's actually insane. Also, this guy is a Pakistani account living in the United Kingdom. Bro, watching the crash outs is incredible. So Maduro, a Jew, maintains power in Venezuela. By the way, Maduro's not a Jew. He's a Christian. While Jews in Israel escalate conflict with Lebanon, having already set off the conflict with Iran, blah, 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 blah. Why are Jews all over global politics? So yeah, anyway, Maduro's not a Jew. But anyway, so Maduro, a Jew, gets power. So the MAGA peace president who promises no new wars is blowing up anyone Jews ask him to? Is that
what?
it? Wait, well, let me get this straight. You think that the United States bombing Maduro in Venezuela, which is in our hemisphere, all right, not in Israel's hemisphere, but in our hemisphere, they're doing it for Israel?
It always goes back to Israel, don't you know?
Dude, this is like a level of cope that I've never seen before. So let me get this straight. Maduro's a Jew.
All right, Ian Malcolm, 84. Don't know who that crash nut is, but
getting power in Venezuela.
It's the same guy.
And the Jews are the ones that are overthrowing Maduro in Venezuela.
I'm so confused right now. What is the narrative here? I can't even track it anymore.
Venezuela? Like, bro, dude, I love these guys. They're amazing. So I have to show you. Finally, Trump on Fox News, the celebration.
And we start with Lucas Tomlinson live in West Palm Beach, where the commander-in-chief has been spending the holidays. And Lucas, you've had great coverage overnight here. What else are we learning about this operation?
Bro, Trump apparently dropped into Fox News Live over here.
He dropped into Fox News like right after he did it, right before he went on live.
In a house that was more like a fortress than a house.
Bruh. He's like, but I saw it. I saw the Delta Force training at it.
It had steel doors. It had what they call a safety space, where it's
a safe space.
Safe house, yeah.
Solid steel all around. He didn't get that space closed. He was trying to get into it, but he got bum rushed so fast.
Bro, he said. Trump said, "Pull your pants down, bitch. I'm here."
That he didn't get into that. We were prepared. We had
your safe room can't save you.
Massive blow torches and everything else that you need to get through that steel. But we.
He said, even if you did close the door, we can blow it right off.
Didn't need it. He didn't make it to that area.
Oh my God! He had a room, really enforced, steel and shit. It was crazy. We came in with Space Marine uniforms, power armor, bolters, chainsaws, flamethrowers, but we didn't need it. We bum rushed the motherfucker, and we got him immediately. He didn't have a chance. Dude, he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop.
What did those off-ramps look like?
Well,
this is Trump. Trump gave Maduro off-ramps over the last couple of weeks.
He could have just fucked off to Turkey, and we would have been fine and given us the oil.
Basically, I said, you have to give up. You have to surrender. And
he said, come and get me, bitch. So we did.
It was close, but in the end, I really didn't. We had to do something that was really much more surgical, much more powerful. This was much more powerful.
Surgical and chainsaw in the same sentence doesn't really make sense, but I'll allow it.
That's right.
We could have done
That's
there.
right. Look, man, everyone plays these games, all right? They did the same thing with Iran. He said to Iran, give up your nuclear shit. You have 2 weeks to give up your
or we'll take it from you.
Nuclear shit. Iran said we're not doing that. Trump bombed their nuclear shit. He said to Maduro, listen, you just need to surrender. It's okay. You surrender and we won't do anything. He didn't surrender. You do something a little more.
This is amazing. And
agreed.
We learned a lot going into. We learned a lot of things, but this was a very important symbol. And we...
In other words, watch the fuck out, China. Watch the fuck out.
Yeah.
We'll steal Vlad the president.
Yeah, I had discussions. I actually spoke to him myself, but I said, you have to give up. You have to surrender.
When did you speak to him?
He was not willing.
45 minutes before we landed.
A week ago.
Oh my god. Just view this in the context of
You gonna live there, Monty?
a week ago. Maduro stopped responding to my texts, so I went to go see if he was okay. I realized he was. So I kidnapped him.
Yeah, honestly, insane shit, honestly. What an absolutely wild day, dude. Colossal W for the Western world and as a whole.
Now, let's get off that one. Go back.
Give you a chance to breathe.
Oh my god.
I was getting a little odd there. You were keeping up with them on those quick little short takes. And what's even better is that you were doing the same thing with his videos that he does for his live reactions, because all of the videos that he plays in his streams is the first time he watches them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too.
He just cues them and he reacts to them as they come. He live reacts.
Yeah.
He does not pre-watch. So he's like, apparently I now have the Nux pre-watch where I just know what's going to happen. And you were doing the same thing.
Yeah, that video, this first video, I watched a little bit of it, but that video right there, I had to pull it out of your link because I hadn't seen it before. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, he's been on, and what's funny is he was when I first started watching him, he was very much centrist and was a live and let live kind of mindset. Yeah. And he did a lot more back when the conservatives were having their major crash outs over the Biden to the 2020 election. He was making fun of them like this. So but ever since, not anymore. He is gone radically conservative. He has gone. He now does not believe in the live and let live because of what it's done to society, what society has turned into, because the live and let live has now allowed it for drag queens to have story time with children. And having...
Let's listen to the bald Jew in the White House. Bro, this video, I'm just looking at his face. He's about to cook this guy.
Videos are better because I recognize that international law is fake and gay, and we have more guns, and we want Greenland.
Don't forget,
Nux
is also
and if it's not ours yet, then it's inevitable that it'll be ours. It was promised to us 3,000 years ago when God foresaw that we had bigger guns.
The reason why I was giving you that speech, which I know you didn't want to hear, is because you're approaching this from the wrong frame. This neoliberal frame.
That's right.
Where the United States' job is to go around the world and demanding immediate elections to be held everywhere, immediately, all the time, right away.
Now, to the point that Set's guest brought up the other day, why don't we have an election? Because we have to fucking stabilize the fucking place first.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just fucking yank somebody out of power and then say, all right, elections now.
Oh.
Yep.
And he answered his own questions. Why? Because we left the entire operating body of the government and took off the head of the snake. He's absolutely right in what he said. You don't go hold an election. You don't go install power before you have a chance to fucking make sure that that power is going to be successful.
That's not what I think, but you invaded the country.
You invaded the country. You invaded the country, bro. This is what CNN retard had to say. You invaded the country. Bro, we literally kidnapped the dictator that had a bounty on his head. All right, anyway, bald Jew, kill him.
Country, and we see the leader of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
Damn.
Yes! Yes! Finally! Damn straight bro. Oh my God. He put I didn't see that. Did he put that on him?
I'm away from my phone at the moment. What's on there?
The crown, the sunglasses, and the boss chain?
Yeah, he did that.
We did. Damn straight we took that guy.
Yes,
we
we
stole an El Presidente. Damn right. Maduro was
Did you see what Vance did?
What did Vance do?
So you know how the January 6th vigil took place?
Yeah.
Vance took a photo that was posted of like the huge group of everybody that was there and zoomed in on Schumer and the guys that were around him and put sombreros on all their heads.
Years ago. Oh my God. So this dude just straight up manhandles this poor bastard for their entire interview. It's got to be the most diabolical interview of all time.
The United States is using its military to secure our interests unapologetically in our hemisphere.
But we stole president.
Oh no! What if a retard condemns us on Twitter?
I can actively hear you hitting that pause button.
Oh no! What if Hakeem Jeffries doesn't like it? What if Xi Jinping is mad? What if Putin gets angry? What if Kim Jong-un shoots a missile? Oh my God.
That retard doesn't have nukes.
We're a superpower, and under President Trump, we are going to conduct ourselves as a superpower.
As we should.
It is absurd
that
we would allow a nation in our own backyard to become the supplier of resources to our adversaries, not to us. To afford weapons from our adversaries. To be able to be positioned as an asset against the United States rather than on behalf of the United States.
Sovereign countries shouldn't be able to do what they want to do.
Sovereign countries would be allowed to do what they did if they were sovereign countries. When you don't have a president, you're not a country.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't have a government, you're not a country. You're just a group of people being oppressed by Maduro.
A sovereign country, but it's a sovereign country that just wants to sell its weapons to our enemies. We should respect their right to sell their weapons to our enemies, says absolute retard 4 IQ CNN take.
The Monroe Doctrine and the Trump Doctrine is all about securing the national interests of America.
He's just fucking steamrolling this guy. So guys shouldn't have
the Trump Doctrine, baby.
For years, we sent our soldiers to die in deserts in the Middle East.
As we shouldn't have.
To try to build them parliaments.
That they didn't like.
To build them democracies.
That they didn't want.
To try to give them more oil.
They wanted that.
Try to give them more.
They wanted that so that they could bomb us.
More resources. The future of the free world, Jake, depends on America.
Damn straight.
Ourselves and our interests without apology.
We're not nation building. We're just protecting the homeland.
Damn straight. And we need Greenland. I don't know if you got the memo.
This whole period that happened after World War II, where the West began apologizing and groveling and
that's right. No more. No more apology. No more groveling. We are strong. You are weak. And we're not just going to sit back while you literally supply your adversaries with weapons. Dude has been going crazy on CNN.
Entirely over the future of Greenland.
One last question.
Greenland.
One last question.
Get ready for
The
Greenland.
president was very quick to say that the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, opposition leader Machado in Venezuela, doesn't have the support in Venezuela.
That doesn't mean we're not going to give her the support. We're not going to make it so she has the support so she can get in power.
Venezuela to become the next president or the interim leader. And I wonder where.
So what baffles me is you'll have people like Sid that'll come up and say, it's been 2 days. Why are we doing a victory lap? But at the same time, you have fucking idiots like this. Oh, it's been 2 days. Why haven't we had elections yet?
He got that from, given that basically her cutout, Gonzalez, won the election last year.
Stumbling over his words.
2 years ago, overwhelmingly, 70% of the vote or something like that. Why does
something like that?
Here's the thing is, she doesn't have the Venezuelan governmental support. She has the people support, but she does not have the governmental support.
In other words, we need to go fuck up some military people so that she can get the support.
Does the president think that Machado should not be the next leader? Why does he think she's weak?
First of all,
he didn't say that.
No, but they do believe she's a bit more of a pacifist at the moment.
Yeah, but
and they want to make sure it's safe for her.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. She is one person against an entire corrupt government. They only took one guy out. And we're worried about Greenland right now anyway.
All of Venezuelan experts agree. All Venezuelan experts agree that it would be absurd and preposterous for us to suddenly fly her into the country and to put her in charge.
Why? So she can get deposed in 48 hours and killed in the streets? The people that's what you do to cause a war.
In the military,
Are you fucking stupid?
Security forces would follow her.
Are you retarded?
It's not a serious. It's not even a serious question.
So should there be an election?
He said, bald guy said, "Are you dumb?"
He's so right.
If you give me the floor for 30 seconds, let me tell you what we are doing here, Jay.
All right.
The United States. This is sort of foundational. The United States is using its military to secure our interests unapologetically,
as we should,
in our hemisphere,
as we always should have.
That's right.
We're a superpower.
Damn right. We don't have healthcare because of it.
Right. President Trump, we're going to conduct ourselves as a superpower.
Fuck yeah. You're an adult. Act like it.
It is absurd that we would allow a nation in our own backyard to become the supplier of resources to our adversaries.
But you're a sovereign nation. Like that means that anything. Fuck their sovereignty. You don't care about anything else when it comes to America. You don't care about our sovereignty. You don't care about our borders. Since when do we care about sovereignty? You don't care about the sovereignty of the United States government to go into Minnesota and deport people that have violated our sovereignty. But you protect them. Since when? Since when do we care about sovereignty all of a sudden? CNN? Continue saying, Mr. Bald Guy.
But not to us. Like to hoard weapons from our adversaries, to be able to be positioned as an asset against the United States rather than on behalf of the United States.
Sovereign countries should be able to do what they want to do.
Did he double down on it? No! Sovereign country. When we have the big stick, we beat people with the big stick when they collude with our adversaries.
And let them sell money to our enemy.
Is all about securing the national interests of America. For years, we sent our soldiers to die in deserts in the Middle East to try to build them parliaments,
that they didn't want,
build them democracies,
that they didn't need,
to try to give them more oil.
They could have used that.
To try to give them more resources.
We could have used that too.
The future of the free world, Jake, depends on America being able to assert ourselves and our interests without apology.
Because we're the big dog in the pound.
This whole period that happened after World War II, where the West began apologizing and groveling and begging.
I don't even know honestly what you're talking about right now.
I know you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. You don't understand foreign policy. Take that suit off and just go home. If you don't know what he's talking about, maybe
news anchor.
I was about to say you don't recognize any of the things he's talking about. You don't understand how this makes any strategic sense?
Yes, you do.
What I'm talking about, Jake, is the idea. And by the way, you do. I know you love doing that smarmy thing, Jake. And I was hoping you'd be better
You're
than that.
smarmy.
I'm
I asked you about if there should be an election.
Exactly.
Yes, there should be an election, dumbass, but not fucking 48 hours after it happens.
I asked you if there would be an election in Venezuela.
He's not going to say anything because that's going to tip our hand of what we're doing. Can they not catch a hint?
CNN, and I know Fox at the very least, but I'm pretty sure CNN, a lot of the news stations already knew shortly before that we were going in after Maduro, found out about it.
Yeah, they knew about it. The New York Times held the story. That's why I know Congress also knew about it, and they're bullshitting and lying. But they can't prove that they gave him a classified briefing because it's classified.
No, I said, why was the president so quick to dismiss that question? And then I said,
the objective, Jake, is security and stability for the people of Venezuela. With our help and leadership, that country will become more prosperous than it
He's just fucking rolling over him.
Yes, he is.
has ever been in its whole history. Venezuelans.
But the woman running Venezuela right now is part of the Maduro regime.
And she's not going to be there much longer. Remember how he said we can do it again?
There will be conversations, Jake, about all of these guideposts along the way. The reason why
he's trying to tell him what he wants to say and what I'm saying without saying it because people watch the news.
I was giving you that speech, which I know you didn't want to hear, is because you're approaching this from the wrong frame.
Because you don't understand anything. He was right. He doesn't understand.
This neoliberal frame, the United States' job is to go around the world and demanding immediate elections to be held everywhere immediately.
Right now. How did that work for us in Iraq?
All the time, right away.
No,
vacuums.
That's not what I think, but you invaded
That's what you said.
the country. We went into the country and we seized the leader of Venezuela.
We arrested a narco-terrorist.
Damn straight we did.
So is the U.S. going to have elections?
We don't owe you an explanation.
We're not going to let Tim Pot communist dictators send rapists into our country, send drugs into our country, send weapons.
He's fucking, look at it. He gave up. He's done. He steamrolled him.
Into our country.
Okay.
And we're not going to let a country fall in the hands of our adversaries. The future of Venezuela working with America is going to be so bright and so incredible and so positive. And we'll have a conversation about everything that you raised. But the priority right now, as the president has made clear, is a judicious, thoughtful.
He's about to kick him off the air.
Careful transitional process to secure a great future for Venezuela and to secure a great future for America.
That's right. He has no words. He's done. The next words out of his mouth are going to be, okay, thank you, bye.
Right. Let's just take a moment and just acknowledge that what we've witnessed under President Trump last week is one of the greatest foreign policy and military victories this country has ever had.
Stephen Miller, thank you so much.
Bro, what did I say? What did I say?
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. He just cuts him off. He just kicks him off the air. Oh my god.
What can you say to that? You if you expose your viewers to the common sense for too long, you might lose your viewers.
He literally steamrolled this guy. Oh, he puts the Jew in Jew dishes, that's for sure. Holy.
What did he just say?
Nuxenor is Jewish, but he just said he put the Jew in the judicial.
Holy crap. Bro annihilated him and he rage quit. Dude, CNN is having the worst timeline ever. They have zero defense to any of this. Oh my god.
People tend to forget that he is a Jewish man.
And I'm tired of the president.
It's about oil. Yeah, preventing oil from going to our enemies. All right. In my opinion, this is stopping China from invading Taiwan. All right. I'm telling you, man, I am something of a geopolitical expert. And I know this because I'm retarded and I'm on the internet. So therefore, my opinion is worth something or whatever. I'm just as qualified as these retards. All right. I'm just saying I am just as qualified, except I am not absolutely audience captured by leftoid freaks. All right. The actual correct take is Venezuela supplies 50% of China's oil. If China doesn't have 50% of their oil, they A, will lose the AI war, and B, will not be able to invade Taiwan. Also, Iran is China's second biggest oil supplier. Iran is falling apart as well. If Iran and Venezuela falls apart, China is losing over 70% of its oil because China has no natural oil. It's all imported. It's imported from Russia, it's imported from Iran, and it's imported from Venezuela. If Iran and Venezuela fall, China loses over 70% of their oil. They lose the AI war. They will never be able to invade Taiwan because they straight up do not have the resources to.
And we'll get Greenland.
Do it. And this is one of the major reasons. And honestly, I'm so tired of all these retards on CNN being like, why are we doing this? Yes, we're making $17 trillion and we're stopping China from invading Taiwan. But
why? Because it goes against the anti-American agenda. Communism is great. Islam is great. We should allow it all. We should allow ourselves to be overrun and overruled by everybody that has any sort of an opinion, and we should never disagree with any of them.
But what about their national sovereignty?
Fuck their national sovereignty. You know what I have to say about national sovereignty?
Fuck it.
That's what I have to say about national sovereignty. Don't give a fuck.
We're controlled by a dictator.
United States. He chooses Caracas over rural health hospitals, right? He chooses Venezuelans over soybean farmers.
This guy. Oh my God. He's so smart he can't even get his earbud all the way in.
Such a terrible take also. It's like, but why don't we just do infinite socialism here instead of...
We didn't try hard enough. Maduro wasn't a good enough example.
Trying to liberate Venezuela. Why do we do infinite socialism?
Everybody else is American.
Did you oppose the Biden administration putting a bounty on Maduro's head as well?
No, Maduro.
Destroyed.
Cooked. He forgot about that part. Probably didn't know about that part. Probably because he only gets his news from the headlines and doesn't understand anything about anything or doesn't remember anything about anything ever. Very short attention span. Low IQ.
Yeah.
He must be Somali.
Maduro's a horrible person. He needs to be shackled.
But what is the
Oh.
He needs to be shot. Did he say shot or shackled? Hold on.
Oh, Maduro.
Go back.
Destroyed.
Maduro's a horrible person. He needs to be shackled.
But what is the
Okay, he said shackled. I thought he said shot. I was like, what? What are you complaining about? He needs to be shackled, but yet you have a problem with the person who shackles him. Is it because it's Trump and you have TDS?
Oh, so why are you complaining? Maduro's bad. He needs to be shackled. Biden was right to put a bounty on him. Why are you complaining again?
Trump just acted on it. Exactly. What do you mean that you approve of Biden putting the bounty on his head, but not of Trump actually going out and arresting
Think about oil and dollars. And I'm
So what? So fucking what? What it's about. Someone that's bad is in custody and someone that's good is on their way to power.
tired of the president.
He just doesn't want to. Oil, dollars, oil. Trump, bad, orange.
Of the United States. He chooses Barack.
Yeah, he just doesn't stop. It's amazing. I love these guys. They're incredible. They're really incredible. So let me show you. This is a picture of international law.
Yeah. Oh my God. The Sky Dorito.
I thought it was very important for you to understand. This is what international law looks like. It's when the sky starts losing pixels. All right, this is international law. Now, you might think that international law is a lot of words that were written on a lot of papers by a lot of retards. All right, a tribe in Africa gets a vote on international law. All right.
They can't even spell the word.
Right, but in defense of America, this is international law. The Sky Dorito,
yes,
has a lot more power, internationally speaking, than the tribe in Africa that uses bones and as nose rings. All right, and they vote to neuter us. All right. In my opinion, we should start a country, and our new started country will also get a vote in international law. And that will also be able to cuck Russia, right? Because international law worked so well for Russia, stopped Russia from invading Ukraine.
Oof.
All right. Someone called the international law police. The Sky.
You mean the United States?
He's missing pixels. All right. I'm tired of this garbage. This is international law. All right. I decided that it's fake and gay, and we will be moving forward with this doctrine in mind. International law. Where was international law when the Westfold fell? Exactly, bro. Our countries are being invaded. All right. Shit's cringe. I'm not going to lie. Where was international law when it was literally bad for us? It's almost like international law is a way to cuck people. All right.
It's like the Geneva Convention. It only works if you follow it.
that the retard majority votes against. All right? This is what we call Nux Doctrine. Nux Doctrine, in a sentence, since a lot of people don't understand Nux Doctrine, it's I don't give a shit, fuck you. That's
I don't give a shit, fuck you. Bam.
See, I knew you would like. I knew you would get into listening a little bit.
I'm gonna call it a night though, because oh my gosh, I could do this all night, and I would just be reacting to this guy's videos. But
do you want me to send you his channel link in the?
Absolutely, send me his link to all the people that just had to endure that for the last 2 hours. If you actually endured it, you'd help my YouTube analytics really, really well if you gave me a like and a subscribe, because I have absolutely there are no bounds to the stupidity that I will commit on this channel. On that note, everybody have a good night. Bye.
Bye.